some people never been around anybody that's even been in jail. So when they get around that person, they feel like they're next to a hardcore criminal that just escaped from prison.
Yeah.
But I guess it depends on how you portray yourself too. You don't have to conform to somebody else, just be right.
Welcome back to What I Know Now. I'm your host, Cole Williams, and today we're talking about the realities and what it means to reimagine the juvenile justice system. You're about to watch an interview with me and the owner of Shiny Diamond Detailing, Adam Hoeksma, who is a native of Grand Rapids, Michigan. And he had a passion, and his passion was detailing cars. Started very young. And I think what's important is that he had adults around him who did something really important that is necessary for young people, is that someone in his family recognized the passion that he had and poured into him. And so we get an opportunity to hear his story, hear how he's traveled as it relates to navigating systems, but also most importantly, understand that he is a father and a grandfather who believes in something really important, legacy. So here's his story. So Adam, you're Grand Rapids native.
Yep, born and raised.
Okay.
Yep.
Father.
Father, yes.
All right. And grandfather, correct?
And a grandfather, yeah.
And a grandfather.
Yep.
Oh man. So, and you're a business owner.
I'm a business owner, yes.
Father, grandfather, business owner here in the city of Grand Rapids.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about your business. So what's the name of it and walk us through it?
My business is Shiny Diamond, auto detailing and hand wash. So we like to say we protect your investment, you know, because number one and number two investments are a house or a car, vehicle. So we full detail cars, shampooing, buffing, reconditioning, restoring, all the way down to a simple hand wash. So we have a lot of services in between, and I've been doing it about 37 years now total.
37 years.
Yeah, not on and off, but for the last 5 years, I turned it to full time. Yeah.
37 years.
37 years, yeah.
How do you sustain a business for 37 years? Because a lot of people think I can start something, hopefully it grows, but there's so many ebbs and flows in that. So what have you learned? And
I've learned a lot. I actually started detailing in the dealerships here. A family of ours had a Grand Oldsmobile and started off at probably 6-7 years old in the car world dealership. So I just started detailing one day, and I was about 15 years old, and just it was a passion of mine. Now, you know, during that time I went to school, you know, went to college, you know, played sports, had other jobs. But this was a passion of mine. So at the end, I should say, so for the last 5 years, I turned that into a full-time career. Some people say, how can you do it? I say some things about other people, how can you do it? And you just it's just a passion you can't describe, you just love it, you feel it. And it just opens you up to where I'm at, and what I do opens you up to the community, and opens up to people, real personal, let's say interactions, because you're always talking to someone about their vehicle, explaining stuff, and trying to give them the best service so they can, you know, experience what a detailing really is.
Yeah. So you talk about this passion. Did you find it at 15? Were you pulled in around that age?
No, I think earlier, you know, back in the day when you put the turtle wax on the car and they drive the Myers and back, and it's time to take it off.
Yeah.
You know, just sometimes when I saw the cars after, or our dirty cars we had, because we had a family of 6, a lot of dirty cars, when they would get cleaned. I don't know, it would amaze me how clean, how it can look a certain way, but it's really another way. You know.
So, you know, a lot of our work at the Delta Project is working with young people that have juvenile justice involvement or at risk at being involved in the juvenile justice system, right? And we are constantly talking to them about this idea of like passion. Like you gotta discover your passion, because when you find your passion, work isn't necessarily work. It's because something that you are pulled into and you love it. So hearing you describe the word, or saying the word passion, and recognizing that you had this need, or just saw something that really sparkled your eyes at very early on, before 15. Was it your family that knowing that you had the business, was it the family that really helped like create that passion or cultivate that passion for you, or was it something else?
Well, I've had Shiny Diamond just for 5 years.
Okay.
But I've been detailing on and off. Before then, my family's always been supportive.
Okay.
I guess whatever I wanted to do or express that I'd like to do,
Okay.
if it was healthy or not, they would say, yeah, it's good, it's right, I'm gonna support it. That, they just saw that I liked doing it. So I maybe had more, oh, that's nice. I don't know if it was nice.
Yeah.
That's nice, or keep going, or, they were just amazed. So that helped out a lot, because you want your family to, have that sparkle in the eye. Happy for what you do.
Yeah. Well, I think it's important that you point that out, because I think that's the key to helping young people find their passion, is that the adults around them point it out, call it out, and say to them, hey, that's interesting, or that looks good. You ought to continue to pursue it, right?
No, you're very right. I guess in my generation, we had time to find our passion. We had a lot of space. We had a lot of independency of we could walk to the store, we could be out all day and come home and not worry. We had not so many social media distractions, negative social media distractions. We were hands-on, so we got to really feel it. So I talk to a lot of my friends now to kind of what you say is the kids that are having issues these days are our kids. Our age. I'm 50 and we have 20-year-olds, 19-year-olds, younger. We have to start doing something too to, like you said, be that family that I had to give them support. It's a big thing. And I think we need to let the kids be free and find their passion.
I agree.
Don't be so influenced by other things. My kids, fortunately, they like video games, but they're not stuck on it. They're like outdoor type kids, and I love that.
So talk a little bit about your role as a father and grandfather in the 21st century. What was your journey to fatherhood, becoming a grandfather? I see you lighting up as I'm preparing to ask you these questions. So give us a little bit of background of when did you become a father? Why is fatherhood important to you? And what's been your experience as a grandfather?
First, fatherhood is important to me because of my father. He taught me what it is, to be a parent, the love you receive, so when I became a father 29 years ago, because I have a 29, 27-year-old, and they stay in Kentucky with their mom, and they both have kids. So those are my grandkids, and I tell my younger kids all the time now, because at home I have a family of four. I have 4-year-old twins. Wow. A 7-year-old and a 14-year-old at home. So
love it.
I tell them now, a lot, that you're born aunts and uncles. The hood way.
For sure.
No, but
you ain't lying.
They're born aunts and uncles.
Make that make sense, Pops.
But another thing is I'm older. I'm 50 and I have 4-year-old twins. By the time they graduate, I just want to be able to stay young and be able to keep up with them. That's a big thing. And show them what I was shown. I was shown a lot in life. Very diverse, growing up, upraising, involved with different cultures. Culture is neat.
I agree. I agree.
And that's it, culture's neat. Now I want to see all those different things about culture, nature, life, everything. So, that's kind of the vibe we get at Shiny Diamond.
Man. So you connect your fatherhood journey, being a grandfather, to this historical tradition of this is what you get. So you're not just getting a car detail, but you're getting family.
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
Yeah.
It's very diverse down there. All walks of life, all walks of cars. It's nice. It's nice. A lot of times at the beginning, you'd have some people come in that aren't used to the area, and are kind of shocked that it looks like this in this area. And then you see them conversating with a lot of people around, and you see different cultures mixing for the first time, having full conversations. And I have a lot of people say, wow, that was a good conversation. In my head, I'm like, you know, that's this guy, there's this guy, you know, they're two different walks of life, but they're a lot of times people don't have this opportunity to get this close.
I agree.
It just doesn't happen.
I agree.
We've had events with 2,000-3,000 people at each car show. 2,000, 3,000 people after the Metro Cruise. Saturdays, we have Southside Saturdays, so we have 500-600 people out there, and we haven't had one issue, not one time, which I thank God for that. Solely, and that's it. There's nothing we did. There's no kind of let's say personality. People think, oh, don't mess with them. It's not like that. It's just happened.
So you talk about family, you talk about connecting those dots, right? So let's go back a little bit, right? Because I hear you using the word culture and the importance of culture in families. Yeah. So as you talk to us about your experience, is it safe to say, where did you experience, like, how did you get to this place that, as a child, where culture was really important to you, and how, when you think about currently where you are at, was it the experiences that you had as a child that really shaped why culture is so important to you in the work that you do now? Yeah, well, my last name is Hoeksma, so they call me the Black Dutchman. The Black Dutchman, okay. No, but I was adopted at like 9 months old. Okay. I went to Oakdale Christian from preschool to 8th grade. So I had all different people around me, all races. Growing up in a white family, but now, I had all kind of friends. To my biological family as well, the relationship, I knew both sides. Okay. So I was just thankful now that I accepted a lot of stuff in life. Yeah. I went through that journey too, that rebellious stage, but thankful now that I was able to have no sight of color installed in me. Because like my dad said, our family is like a pack of zebra gum. All different colors, but we're gum. And that's how I look at life. I'm 50. I have everybody knows my family. It's not a secret. My last name is not a secret. Nothing's a secret. And I'm thankful now that I can really enjoy culture. Because everybody wants to go to that country they hate. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. It's beautiful. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. And that's what I try to tell people. You should see some of the customers. The funny thing is, especially when I was younger, to have job interviews or doctor's appointment, they don't know me. You say my name, Adam Hoeksma, I stand up, they're still looking around me. Yeah, like, no, that's me. How? So it's cool. No, it's funny that you say that, because I was a teenage father, 16 when I became a dad. And I was asked, what do you want to name your son? Me and my son's mother were trying to figure out what we were going to name him. And at this time, I'm leaving out of 8th grade and going into 9th grade. And I'm getting ready to go to a predominantly all white school, Catholic school at that. And the first thing I kept thinking was, man, how do I give him a name that might not necessarily identify him as a certain race, right? And I was like, well, okay, I'll name him Nathan. And it's funny because I named him Nathan because my mother watched soap operas all the time. And Nate happened to be one of the leading soap opera males on one of the soap operas. Okay. And I was like, oh, if I name him that, when he gets a job application at some point and has to apply and has to put his name on the resume, they may not recognize him first as Black. And that's what I was, and for some odd reason at 16, finding out that I was going to be a father, I was so concerned about the world not identifying him as a Black man on paper before they had a chance to meet him. Yeah. So the power of names, man, when you think about that, and just what you just said. Hey, they hear my first name and last name, they'll look everywhere but you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But my name got me in some houses.
Talk about that.
You know, back then we still dealt with a lot of the old generation views and ways. So sometimes I might go to some classmates or friends' houses from school.
Yeah.
Because I went to Christian High, Grandpa's Christian, and there was very few of let's say black students there. One thing that, before I get to that, one thing that helped out was that we all came from the same feeder schools. Sylvan, Millbrook Christian, Westside Christian, stuff like. So we all knew each other, for the whole time. But it was just, it was what was the one?
So we were talking about it. Your name got you in.
So my name would, I would sometimes have to say, "Hey, I'm Adam Hoeksma. You remember my parents?" And you guys. Oh yeah, come on in. That happened a lot.
Wow.
So me though, the person I was, I know this. My parents told me that. They told me how it was going to be from day one. They said, "This is how it's going to be." Even though you're biracial, the world's not going to view you and treat you as they treat, they say black people, the racist people treat black people. Yeah. They said, but, you are mixed, but you're black. So this is how the world's going to look at you. It's a shame, but this is how it is. And I was like, so they still have to get to know me. So as long as I can talk, I'll be fine. And so I always took that approach on where I knew, sometimes a lot of people were like, I'm not going over there, but I was like, well, let me go over there and try to change their view, so they could say, well, you did break down some of my stereotypes, because I never had a chance to talk to anybody really like this. I'm in their house, and a lot of times those same people come to my job. And I don't care if because there's a lot of like business owners, big business owners here that come there, and high people that come there that have high, stature in the community. And people are like, "Is that so-and-so?" I'm like, "Yeah, I've known them my whole life though." And we don't talk like positions. There's no position here. Yeah. You just talk.
Community.
It's just
community.
That's it. You just talk. And I like that. Because I was raised to be able to know how to talk, and some people didn't have that opportunity to hear, to know how to learn. How to talk, and then you hear things and learn things before you can talk. It was a long journey. I mean, growing up in the 70s and 80s, and the stereotypes, and the transitions in life of recognition and acceptance, and validation, and it was a journey. It's still a journey.
It's still a journey.
Yeah. But the kids now give me an opportunity to use that energy and to start something.
So when you reflect, because you're talking about journey, so when you reflect on your journey, was there any pivotal moment in your life where you're like, oh, okay, I got to do something different? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Can you talk a little bit about that? Or if you can, is there anything that you think about over your life? It's like, oh yeah, Cole.
There's a bunch of things, but the main thing was,
what stands out to you?
I went to prison.
Okay.
So here in the city, you can get blackballed real quick. You're already sometimes labeled or viewed as a liability just because. Yeah. And sometimes you have to prove yourself before you become someone that might have came in at that level off rip. Yeah. So growing up in the limelight of sports and newspapers and news and name around to the decision I chose to go to prison. I remember walking around prison like, what am I doing here? Yeah. This is crazy. I achieved all those levels of to say street stuff,
Okay.
and it still was like, this isn't me. This is ridiculous. I guess I was proving something to myself for now. I don't know. And I remember walking around just around the people that you hear about, like the worst people in the world. And I had no problems in there, at all. But it was a personal transition.
Yeah.
This is crazy. I'm in prison. I'm walking around prison right now. And a lot of stuff flashed a lot of times, like the stuff your parents say, keep your driver's license good. Yeah. Keep your credit good and keep your record good. I'm like, I messed all those up,
Yeah.
And you have to have the worst jobs, and when you get go to prison or get a felony, your life is over. But
and that's important, right? Because that is a narrative.
That is a big narrative.
That's a big narrative that your life is over, you go to prison and you get a felony.
Yeah.
And your life speaks to something completely different.
Yeah, it's not over at all. For me, it was a start. I guess I'm a late bloomer. So now it's starting. I'm 50 and been through all that and had a great life. So there's nothing that happened to me traumatic to where I can put that blame on, but it was just what God wanted me to go through in life. It's not where you are, it's where you're going.
Yeah.
So I can't explain something. I can't explain some mornings you wake up mad. I can't explain some days you feel sad. I can't explain why you feel the happiest in the world. Yeah. But I can explain what keeps me going and keeps me right, God and family. And I love doing what I do.
Man.
And that's it. After everything I've been through, that's what keeps me going. And family.
So talk to me a little bit about this, right? Since we're talking about men, I would say men that are even coming home with the felony, right? So there are a lot of young men that I come in contact with and walk very closely with who say to me, Mr. Cole, I'm struggling. I'm struggling to find a job. I'm at home, been released, and my folks around me don't seem to feel like I'm moving fast enough, that I'm working hard enough to get a job. I've applied for 30, 40 jobs, but nobody is hiring me. I'm 21 now, and I have 7 felonies. What am I supposed to do, right? Can you speak to or give advice to that young man who is traveling from prison or even from our county jails, who has that experience with felonies? What advice would you give him?
First of all, I know it's a lot of people that get out. It's the hardest thing is transportation, and that's a big problem where people don't want to go the extra mile to get that job. I mean, it's hard every day. You got to do it.
Yeah.
In this city, this city is different. Okay, there's certain ways here, and there's certain powers that run everything here. Which a lot of stuff that you see going on around here is positive.
Yeah.
But you have to go to these events. You have to mingle. You have to rub shoulders. You have to here. Yeah. You have to build relationships with people here, or you'll be at the temporary places filling out 1,000 applications, and you're number 9,000, and they're weeding it out, and they're saying, "Oh, felony, trash, felony, trash, felony, trash." You have to learn that if you did what you did to receive all these felonies, you're gonna have to walk about a little different than someone that doesn't have it. It isn't easy. You can't just walk up to any place because there's 900 applications for one position. So you have to learn how to change your life. You can't have that same view as a person saying, "Man, just go fill out applications and get a job. It's easy." No, it's not easy.
Yeah.
You have to build relationships now and be able to talk to people. If you don't, let's say you don't, is it the end? No. Just don't stop. A big thing is put yourself in a job that you're going to be able to go to every day, because you're already dealing with a lot of this animosity and stuff coming out of prison. Yeah. don't put yourself in a job you're going to hate, because you're going to hate everything now. Now you got to talk to your PO. Now you got to talk to your job. Now you lost this. And the big thing is here that is motivation and drive.
Okay.
I have my family. I have friends give me motivation. That motivation we need it as humans to keep going.
Yeah.
If you have a bad relationship, that hurts your motivation. If you have no relationship, like with anybody out here at all to talk to, you're just dealing with this. So then, Cole, you come in and your guys come in too and mentor.
Yeah.
And now we're dealing with serious stuff here. But it's a great thing, and I think that's what it just has to happen is a lot of communication with people, a lot of rubbing shoulders, and good mentorship, and having them understand, put yourself in a place where you want to be. I see so many guys just get any old job, and they go through 18 factory jobs, and they hate that particular place, which factory jobs aren't bad, but which it seems like there's a lot of places that hire quick, though, felony-friendly places.
Yeah.
So me, thankfully, what I have, my skill follows me anywhere. I can do detailing anywhere.
So I also hear you saying, learn how to communicate.
Big time.
Right? And if you're living in this city, find opportunities where you can go to an event and connect with other people.
Big time. And there's lingo. There's business lingo. People need to learn how to talk business.
Yeah.
Get familiar with talking to other people so you portray more confidence.
Yeah.
There's a lot of little things that the affect.
Yeah.
People looked at. It's a lot of simple things that a lot of people don't get taught, and they don't see it. That being around you guys, like the We Matter Now conferences and all this stuff, it's really great.
Yeah.
Really great, and kids need that. And then you need to keep on going.
Yeah.
Going. And you almost have to just almost adopt them in a certain way.
That's true. Because you bring up a really important point, especially when we think about the juvenile justice system in itself, because it's put in place to provide resources and support for families, but it's also put in place to make sure that young people who find themselves making some really bad decisions and choices get some support, even if that means sometimes confinement, right? But what you're saying is that we also have to make sure that young people feel like they have a trusted person, a trusted space where it feels like family, where it feels like community that they could go to. You're also saying that if I want to grow in a very community that thrives off of entrepreneurship, communication, and relationships, we also have to prepare these young people to be able to survive in the very community in which it functions through. So that what you just described is every young person should have someone or a path that speaks to, okay, what is business lingo? How do you show up in a space with confidence? What sort of things should you be talking about? Do you know what some of the events are in the community that you should be participating in, right? Yeah. I don't necessarily know if young people are actually getting access to that you're describing, especially if they just don't have a family at home that is communicating, right? Or that are saying to them, "Oh, you're good at this. Let's invest in that, one, by putting you in spaces where you can get that investment, but also let's invest in it by encouraging you." So we have a lot of young people in our community that don't have any of what you just described, right? And the expectation is that they still need to be able to thrive.
Yes, there's not a lot of full-time places that provide that assistance either. Yeah. A lot of places that provide it are nonprofit, which aren't bad, but a lot of those people have full-time jobs and families. Yeah. You can't invest your 100% into a child. It's like we're giving you 10% trying to save your life. Yeah. Some big places like we started one down in Houston, which was like 24 hours around, like, it's real big, and that's what it caused to create a huge organization that could support all this stuff for the kids, the children. They have to be full time.
Yeah.
You know, do we have room here in Grand Rapids to have a nonprofit that turns full time, just directed to that, dedicated to that? We do.
Yeah, we definitely do.
We do.
We have a lot of amazing organizations here.
Oh, there's a lot.
Yeah,
There's a lot.
Yeah.
And there's so much going on, but there's a certain area that is left out. Yeah. The ones that don't get like the one, all the people that are a lot of these places have direct contact or emails from those places, or someone telling them this is going on. Some people don't even hear about anything going on, and because we don't really. I don't know if there's flyers sent out in the school systems, so all the schools see, oh, this is an after-school program, a big one.
Yeah.
We have some, but honestly, if you sit back and say which one is making a big impact daily, you see a lot of community movement.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, it could happen.
Yeah.
Daily community movement, like this is the place everybody goes to, and this is what it is. Because we have kids for that. We got kids for that.
Do young people come to where your business is? And
all the time. All the neighborhood kids. We had some customers that adopted some neighborhood kids, and they would come by the shop, no coats, wanted food and or just playing around the parking lot. I have kids from Bethany Christian Services that work there every summer. Kids pull up all the time on airing their tires. It's a lot of kids. There were a couple of kids that worked through Bethany come back, and one of them now I think is hired through them. Okay. It's just it's a lot. Yeah, it's fun. It's great.
Yeah,
it's great.
Did you foresee the growth that you now have 5 years ago? Did you see yourself where you are now?
I thought I'd be farther.
Okay.
But I had a different vision. So that's the thing, you don't know until you get into it.
Trust me, I know that.
So, a lot of people think I want to open a business up and it's just by the mechanics of what you're doing in the business, no, but behind the scene. Yeah. And being able to mentally have that capacity to keep it and physically work. 15, 16 hours a day. I've learned, I thought I would be farther, but I know where I'm supposed to be at.
That's good.
Because when I look back 5 years ago to now, it's so much growth in what I saw till now, and just the figuring certain things out. The big thing is customer service. That's one of the hardest things.
Yep.
So I've learned a lot. When I was first started up, I had a lot of time to go to all these events. I had 1 million emails.
I remember too.
So I fell into the shop because I'm 15, 16 hours a day.
Yeah.
And the emails kind of went away. And I'm speaking to a mentor of mine. I don't know if you say the names or what, but
if he's
Jamel Eddy. So you've been a mentor of mine the whole time. And I said, Jamel, man, I don't get these emails anymore, because he come out, he's like, why? I said, because I don't rub shoulders anymore with him. I said, I think people think he's thinking he made it. He doesn't need us anymore. I don't do your cards anyways. Yeah. I'm stuck in Jamel, like, I know. I said, that's sad, man, because you see what I'm doing. He's like, I know. He's like, I see it. Yeah. You see it? I said, yeah. I said, I can tell that I had a lot more interactions with people when I was at those events.
No, I share in that with you. Is that when I started, I was in all the places, doing all the things. But then when I took on the responsibility of saying out loud, I'm going to develop and run a nonprofit organization, I really had no idea what I was really walking into. Yeah. And every day, even right now, today, I'm still learning things.
Yeah.
Like hour to hour, I'm like, oh, okay. And still making tons of errors, while at the same time still trying to find an opportunity and time to be visible.
Yeah.
Because we live in the community that's saying, hey, we need to be able to see you. And by seeing you, if we see you do the work, then we trust that you are.
Yeah.
Right? But it's like, yo, I'm doing the work.
It's rough.
It's rough.
It
But
is.
you said something earlier before we got started about rest.
What is
You
that?
know, and what is that?
Yeah.
Can you speak to a little bit about your answer to rest? Like, what is that? Because people don't know. I think people forget. We need to be resting,
Yeah.
right? But tell me why you're asking, what is that?
Rest for me is like, what is rest? Like recovering every second tremendously. I don't know. It's like, I wish I could sleep in.
Yeah.
You know, I wish I could be like, have you ever been on vacation? You have no care in the world. You know, I wish I could just have some of the tension and the stress taken off.
Yeah.
So right now it's not that time.
Yeah.
I have things to do, places, you know, to go, and I rest later.
Yeah.
I don't have time to rest.
Yeah.
You know, I sleep at night,
Yeah.
but I don't have time to rest. No.
Yeah. You said something earlier again too, this idea of like, now I'm doing the work. I'm kind of living the life that I want to live. It's later. Do you feel like you're playing catch up?
With life?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
I don't think I lost anything in life.
Okay.
Everything is positive. I learn from everything. You know, I don't want to used to be like that cliche, but it really is true. Where you said earlier too, did things change from 5 years old to now? I still do the same kind of details.
Okay.
I still use the same soap, same vacuums, same air, same doors, same time on my door. I think I've grown. You know, it's still the same.
Yeah.
I think I've grown though a lot just by certain things that happen in life during those times. I don't know, I guess the big growth part maybe for us is when we're driving alone and just thinking in the morning like, man, you know, and things just start, you be like, why did that song just come on?
Yep.
You know what? God, there's a God, you know. But so
Yeah, man.
we're still doing the same thing. I'm still doing the same thing, but it's growth.
Yeah, yeah.
So I have different visions on what I want to do with that.
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. People think when you turn to certain, I'm now the OG. Like, somebody was like, yeah, you OG.
Yeah.
I'm like, dang, how did I get there?
Nah.
I want to be Unc. They say, no, you're not Unc no more, bro. You straight, you straight OG now.
You get gray in your beard, you're OG.
You OG.
Yeah.
And I got to thinking, man, how did I arrive to that? But then I was like, yo, that's a blessing.
Yeah.
That's a blessing.
I've had a lot of family members die sudden, early, too early. Seeing it all the time as we see it every day.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there like, I'm 50. You know, people are like, you feel 50? No, I don't. No. I feel 35, 32. But I'm 50, and you know, you're 46, and we're there. I mean, you know, now it's downhill from up to 50.
It is.
No, but there's so much life left. I feel great. I feel healthy. Even though how tired it is in life, I feel good. We got a purpose here. You know, I was fortunate enough to be right there in the city, open, like it's open.
Okay.
Real open and bright and a lot of movement.
Yeah.
Which I like. I think that's the opening doors for something else, though. I don't know what.
Yeah.
I feel something, I don't know what, but that's opening doors for something else.
Okay.
Community-wise.
Okay. I listen to you and I sense community. When you speak, I can feel community, right? How big of a role does your family and children play in the decisions that you make now?
I don't want to sound selfish, but they don't really play a role
Okay.
in there. I think they are of it.
Yeah.
They're,
Okay.
Because,
That makes sense.
yeah,
They're of. You don't even have to. Go ahead.
they're like our families make who we are.
Yeah.
You know, what energy we radiate.
Yeah.
And I think they play a big, let's say they play a big role as far as giving me life, happiness, and feeling complete.
Okay. Yeah.
You know, and then that to me makes me a better person.
Okay.
You know,
So yeah, they
do play a big role.
They do play a big role when you unpack that, right?
And I was saying they're a part of it because I want to make them feel more than a role. Like,
That's good.
Yeah, like you're part of the founders of this.
Yeah. No,
know?
you are the fabric of it all.
The fabric, correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, because how many of us do we have our families there all the time when we're working? Hardly ever. We hardly ever see our families.
When I'm going home.
Right. But that going home recharges us to go another day.
Yeah.
100%.
So we talked a little bit about you returning home, right, from prison. When you think about shifting narratives, right, in the world, what do people often get wrong about men and women returning home? Are there any things that you think about that, like, yeah, that's completely off base?
That they're animals, that they're violent. I mean, like they're just unpredictable, violent creatures. Some people never been around anybody that's even been in jail. So when they get around that person, they feel like they're next to a hardcore criminal that just escaped from prison.
Yeah.
Some people feel liability. Some people feel that stay away because they got baggage. I don't want to hear the problems or try to raise another child. I already did that.
Yeah.
But I guess it depends on how you portray yourself too.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
It all depends on that. You know, shave, get your clothes right, stand right, talk right, just be right.
Yeah.
You don't have to conform to somebody else, just be right. I mean, you know, look decent.
Yeah. You talked about something important too, this idea of like consistency. Your vacuums are the same. Like how you do things is the same. It's a consistent pattern.
Yeah.
I do think that people have a disconnect with people that have returned home. And there is a false narrative that people who found themselves incarcerated are animals. I know when I first went into a prison and I brought my sons to prison with me, I didn't want to read any of the paperwork of like what these men were charged with when we were in the classroom. Part of me not wanting to do that is the bias that I figured if I read it, I might feel some type of way about my son sitting next to this man in this prison in a desk in a classroom where we're running this fatherhood group at. So I was trying to be really intentional not to learn about the past so that I could be present with these men in the future. But that takes a lot of intentionality when you think about, when I typically hear somebody returning home, I think of everything that, no, I don't, but a lot of people think that, yeah, these are nothing but criminals, animals, and they should be locked up and should be caged. And there's this idea that when they return back to the community, that they've served their time. But what I'm hearing from people that return back to the community is that they feel like they're serving their time all over again in some aspects.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Your record follows you. A lot of people say that I did my time, you know, stop bringing it up.
Yeah.
That's just your record. I mean, you did what you did. I did what I did. Just nobody else did it. And that's just part of life that, you know, if you go out there with 6 Purple Hearts on you, people are going to look at you like that because of your record. If you get a dishonorable discharge, they're going to look at you like you're a felon.
Yeah.
You know, people change in life. So I'm glad they have this wipe your slate clean.
Yeah.
That's good. Someone, I was asked that the other day, you know, do you want to do your wipe your slate clean? Like, I have too many felonies to wipe it away.
Yeah.
I said, but do I need to right now? I don't really care about that. In my position where I'm at, I don't need to have a clean slate in order to keep doing cars or to go to these meetings or to go talk to people. And sometimes in my position, you can say, hey, I mean, look it, this is on me.
Yeah.
But this is where I'm at now.
Yeah.
It's not cool, but this is where I'm at now, so don't think you can't do anything because I haven't had my slate wiped clean. So I think it's good for some people. Mm-hmm. You know, a lot of people want to get guns now and get the license and everything, and you know, you're 60 years old and never had to have a gun in your life. You want one now?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. But I don't really need to wipe my slate clean. Okay. I think it's good though for people. I think that stuff like that is good because it's motivation for some people. It recharges them like, okay, I'm back to normal now. I'm not a criminal. Mm-hmm. And that gives them life, gives them energy. I think that's good.
Damn.
You know, because there's some people that want to go back to college just to show their kids they have a degree.
Yeah.
I understand that. Now these days, our kids are like, well, nobody goes to college. You know,
I can be a YouTuber. I can be, what do they call it? A influencer.
Social influencer.
And there's truth to that.
It is. It's a different day and age.
Yes, there's multiple pathways to success.
Mm-hmm. Different day.
Yeah, and I agree with you. I think we don't have to be defined by our past. Mm-mm. You know, and that you redefine your life and you get to tell the story and how you want to tell the story.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be the past that dictates what the future could hold for you.
Not one bit.
Yeah.
You really have to change yourself before anything. What is it? You can hide behind a rock, but you can't hide from me.
Man.
So you can
say that again.
You can hide behind a rock, but you can't hide from me.
Man.
You know, you can fake the funk, but in the end of the day, it falls on you. There's so much that can be done out here. I see all these big things getting built at all these parks and everything. It's like, man, that'd be nice, you know, to have this going on or that going on. It'd be nice, but it takes a lot of time, a lot of resources, and it takes, as you know, you have to be the right person in Grand Rapids to be able to talk to the people to get the money.
Yes, you do.
The resources.
Yeah.
If you just rub somebody the wrong way and somebody tells the person that you will get, have a hard time.
Yeah, very true.
And that's too bad. I kind of learned that too. I was a person that was like, I don't care. I'm not coming in reckless and talking crazy, but there's a lot of things here that should be addressed that a lot of people don't address. But because they work for them, they're under their umbrella, they're under their funding. I'm not. It might be nice to, but I'm not.
Yes, you're independent.
Independent.
Yeah.
Nothing. You can look at. So I have a car show called Diamonds on the Ave. Yeah. I shut down Cottage Grove, from Madison all the way down to the Elks, the old Elk, Crofton.
Wow.
So we'll have the city stage, 3,000 people, 200 cars, vendors. This year I'm trying to get Blandford in there with animals, and we're doing face paint and everything.
Okay.
And it's right there. Mm. It's 4 years now, right there. Look at my sponsor list.
Yeah.
0. Well,
okay.
We had 2.
Okay, got you.
But everybody else that I deal with, I talk to them personally on the phone, and I gotta go back to my community. I gotta do this. I didn't even know you were. What do you mean you didn't know? You know.
Yeah.
So, and then I look at other events thrown, and those people I talk to are those people as sponsors. And I'm like, come on, man.
Yeah.
You know, it's not right, but it doesn't stop the show. It's fourth year now of the car show, so still going.
And that's built off of, what would you say?
The car show?
The car show. Like when you think about, because you got to pull people together. People have to trust you to take off time to be a part of an event. So these are relationships.
Yeah, I'll have like 25 shirts made, and people that I know just come up and say, "Where's the shirt?" And they get a shirt, and they immediately start doing volunteer stuff, directing people, taking their registrations, lining people up, walking around, doing, you know, we haven't had security at any of them because we have more people in security. Like the police came up there wow.
Okay.
Oh, you guys are straight, and left. And that's just how everybody pulls together.
Yeah.
And that's how it's been. It's on YouTube. You can check it all on YouTube, and you see the stuff like, wow, everybody pulls together and feeds off each other, knows what it's doing. And I walk around and talk to everybody, make sure they're, you know, in the right mind, and just everything's fine, and it just happens. So I'll make a call to a friend or another friend, and then we'll post it on Facebook, and then make, you know, little quick things, and that's it. And that's it.
So that's community engagement.
Big time.
That's relationship building. That's
big time.
Sharing resources. That's braiding funding together.
Yeah.
That's all of the things that we're taught when you start a nonprofit organization that you have to do. You have to be partners. You have to collaborate. You have to know how to communicate. You have to be able to, when you go into a space, use your name. You have to, you know, you have to have a good name in these spaces for people to be able to trust that you can do all this work.
Yeah, especially,
And I listened to you talk about what you're doing and how long you've been doing, just the work that you've been doing within these 5 years, and then adding on, you know, this you said 4 years, right? You've been doing the card?
Yeah, this is going to be the fourth car show.
Fourth car show.
Yep.
And I hear all that, and you know what it brings me back to?
What's that?
Is all the things that you had a parent say to you.
Yeah.
It takes it all the way back to everything that you just described when you first started. That this is what I learned. This is what somebody that I loved told me to do, and this is how you do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. It's fun. My main thing is I want a lot of people there to have fun.
Yeah.
It's been 4 years now, and I haven't made a dime off it.
Because it's not about that.
I wouldn't turn it down, but, you know.
I was hoping you was going to say that.
I wouldn't turn it down, you know, but I think I have to come up with a different marketing plan as far as having more time delegated to go talk to these people in a timely amount of time, to give them time to come and talk, because not to blame the whole people around me. It's me not getting out there a lot too in time and letting people see what's going on, because when people come to the car show or an event and say, wow, I didn't know this was going on, I don't like that.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait a minute, I want everybody to be like, you know, I know this is going on, and just have fun. And with all the events I've done, I haven't made any money. I try to at least break even, you know, but sometimes you might not. But it's fun, but it's getting to that point where it needs to be. I want money coming in to where we can do the backpack and jackets for school, because a lot of kids that don't have backpacks or jackets.
Yep.
And you can give a kid, you know, pencils and pens and stuff all day, but it's gonna be lost real quick. There's a lot of kids without jackets. Okay. Just give back. We do a trunk or treat. Did it across the street.
Okay.
And it turned out to be about maybe 600 kids, something like that. And it was like 3 motorcycle groups around here, some car groups, and some other ones. I think Black Book Exchange was there too, and everybody came around and just came together, and it was neat just seeing all the kids happy, just getting candy, and it was just, the vibe was great. That's what I want.
Okay.
That's my main, I think one of my goals in life, is to, why can't we be Miranda in the park on steroids,
Yeah.
We can do this.
I agree.
Why? We have the kids to do it.
Yeah.
It means so much for kids to have involvement. I think taking kids out of the element of event or something they have to go to, because like a lot of kids, they say they go to an event or a conference and it's in a setting in a nice building, they're kind of, stuck in that mold, that act a certain way, beat a certain way.
You have to conform to the environment.
And sometimes we do more like outside natural stuff. It hits them in a different area.
I agree.
Both are great, but I think we need both here. A lot of events. And like I was talking, that is like a team that would have to, almost a full-time team.
Yeah.
That would have to be created, and I think that's a possibility.
I was gonna say I think it is a possibility. I think what you guys are doing now is really building the visibility of like what you can do for kids when people just come together and have a shared vision about what they want to see. And I think when people have a shared vision about something, then they come together, because it's not just it's one vision, it's all of our vision. Yeah. And then I think you pull it together. I mean, you're giving perfect examples of what can happen when people collaborate and they share and partner with one another.
Yeah, that's you're exactly right.
Yeah.
4 minds is better than one, but we have to have the right people.
I agree.
I mean,
I agree.
If you want your name on the headline, go ahead. I don't care.
Yeah.
Put your name in the biggest letters. Who cares?
Yeah.
We have to have like-minded people that are really there for that. The kids, not to shine. We have too many people here in the city that try to shine.
Yeah.
Shine. And I happen to go to school with a lot of these people that they're trying to get close to. I get certain looks when I'm talking to these people directly. Some other people don't understand. Some people might hate that.
Yeah, for sure.
Which I don't, like I tell people, I don't care about haters. I play the music louder.
Yeah.
And,
well, if you don't have anybody,
right,
you're not where you need to be.
You need to be.
You need to be.
So we'd be a lot farther. So if certain people here that are really rubbing shoulders and shoulders with the resources,
for sure,
would really wake up.
Yeah.
We would have a mega city of nonprofit or that type of community involvement.
One of the things I think I've learned is that the people that hold the access can control
gatekeepers.
Yeah. And I think part of what happens is that we all want access. And so when you want access to something, for something that you absolutely believe in, and you learn that, okay, in order for me to get this access, this is the kind of game I have to play. Then you tend to play the game until you start to get around people that say, hey, you don't have to play that game anymore. Here's a different way to do it. Yeah. But again, that takes knowing somebody that I trust, that takes what you just described, having a mentor that could say to you, okay, these are your blind spots. Here's what the bigger picture is. And then align yourself with that. Because this work is hard. And I think at the end of the day, what I've seen about this community is that we all want what's best for these babies.
That's it.
You know, and I think that we have to continue to go back to what is the mission, what is the true point of the work that I do, and how do I make sure that young people have the same thing that I got, that somebody pointed out in me, the passion. Someone said to me, hey, Cole, you're really good at that, man. You ought to continue to move that forward. But man, if everybody's busy, then children are left with busy adults who don't have time to see. That for me is what matters. We have to take time to listen and see. Yeah. So my last question for you is a question that I tend to ask every guest. This podcast is called What I Know Now. Yeah. So when you reflect back, Adam, on all the things that you have learned, what's maybe one or two things that you're like, man, this is what I know now?
One of the main things about what I know now is never let someone know you don't like them. Know how to disagree.
Know how to disagree.
Sometimes, like my uncle told me, you're probably right, but you gotta pick your fights. That's a big thing.
That's a huge thing.
Don't let someone know you don't like them. Cause that's what I had a problem with.
Okay. You didn't have a problem saying, "Hey, listen, bro, I don't like you.
I don't like you. You're wrong. You're foul. You know, you're not right.
Straightforward.
And they're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, okay. We staying away from that.
I don't like you, man. You're foul. And it's just, And then they'll tell the people above, hey, he's real irate.
Combative. He's aggressive.
Yeah. I don't know what's wrong with him.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the problem. So we have to learn how to what I know now is that it doesn't matter about anybody in the end of the day. Because when you go home and go to sleep at night, wake up in the morning, you're with yourself. You're turning the lights on, the shop, yourself. Everything is yourself. It doesn't matter. But for me, my relationship with me and God, and everything else falls in place. Should fall in place. So it doesn't matter. Just keep going. Keep going. Keep your ears open though. Okay. Yeah, because I love to listen. I don't care how long I've been detailing. I love listening. I learn things every day. I listen to people. We talk. Keep an open mind. And have really a big thing too is have a good mentor. And sometimes, you know, if you're a guy, if you're a girl, you need guys' day alone, you need girls' day alone. And then, you know what I mean, where the guys go out and recharge, the women go out and recharge, and you come back. Yeah. And you just need to balance your life. That's a big thing. What I know now is you need to learn balance. Health-wise, mental health, physical health. You need to learn balance, and with balance comes the breaks. Yeah. I gotta stop. I gotta go home.
I gotta do something that we just talked about earlier, the R word.
Yeah, rest. I gotta rest. People say, Adam, go home.
Go home.
Rest.
Yeah.
All the time. And I go home and I see my kids, I'm like, wow, I missed a lot. I'm there, but I missed a lot. It's just worth, maybe we gotta alter the hours. But I don't wanna, it's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay. I'm a father of adult children, 30, 28, 26, and up. Mm-hmm. And I look back on my journey and I say, oh man, I worked really hard. Got where I said I wanted to go. Mm-hmm. But in that, I also missed opportunities to be present. And in the present way of they were sleeping sometimes when I got home. Mm-hmm. Or when I was home, I wasn't present. Yeah. I was thinking 1,001 things that needed to get done and all the responsibilities. And I missed sometimes the opportunity just to sit and listen, look at them, interact with them, and spend time with them, time that I don't get back. So,
That's what I'm dealing with now.
Yeah. So balance,
big
rest,
thing.
and stillness is really important for children because they need us. They need us. So last thing, where can people find your shop? So can you give us any information where people can locate you, and if they need a detailing, where do they go?
Shiny Diamond Auto Detailing Hand Wash, 1600 Madison Avenue, Grand Rapids, Michigan, 49507. We're on the corner of Madison and Crofton. The phone number is 616-724-4226.
Right.
So we're open 7 to 7 Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 Saturday, Sunday closed.
Okay. Can they reach you on any social media?
Yeah, you can reach me on social media, Shiny Diamond on Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shiny Diamond on Facebook.
Yeah, Shiny Diamond Auto Detailing on Facebook. So yeah.
Okay. Listen,
right there.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you for being with us. Thank you for taking the time to share your journey.
Anytime.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Thank you for listening. Check out our programs on the Delta Project's website, thedeltaproject.co, and be sure to follow us on Spotify, YouTube, or wherever you get your podcasts.